Let's get the very latest from Eric Shawn, who's been following it all. Eric.
Yeah, well, a very tense situation this afternoon at Delaney Hall in Newark, New Jersey, as we have been reporting. ICE claims of the Department of Homeland Security that the two members of Congress broke in, rushing into the facility you see there when that gate opened up. A van drove in during a protest. That's when they say the two members of Congress rushed in, first stayed in a guard shack, but now they are out. But this has all occurred as the mayor of Newark, who is an opponent of the facility, Ras Baraka, has been arrested for trespassing. The DHS officials tell Fox News that during that demonstration, the two members of Congress were Congressman Robert Menendez Jr., son of the disgraced former senator, who was convicted of corruption and then resigned, and Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman. In a statement, DHS says the members of Congress storming into the detention center goes beyond bizarre political stunts and put the safety of our law enforcement agents and the detainees at risk. Members of Congress, it says, are not above the law and cannot illegally break into detention facilities. Had these members requested a tour, we would have facilitated a tour of the facility. It is an evolving situation. Well, Congressman Coleman has come out, and she said that they were roughed up inside along with the mayor. She blasted ICE and the Trump administration as violating the law. Meanwhile, interim U.S. Attorney for Newark, Alina Habba, just told Fox News that the officials were not harmed. She calls this a political stunt and political grandstanding. Newark Mayor Ras Baraka, he's been trying to shut this place down, claiming the city is not giving it a permit because it failed fire inspections. Here he is on Monday saying the problem is the Trump administration and the ICE actions against some of these detainees and the Trump policy dealing with illegal immigration. Here's the mayor.
These people are dangerous, dangerous to our community, dangerous to democracy as a whole, dangerous to the Constitution of the United States, and everybody should be as alarmed as we are.
Well, we're told that the mayor has now been taken to, or is being taken to a federal facility. Some of the protesters, members of Congress, are going to where the mayor is now being held. He was apparently handcuffed during his arrest for trespassing. That facility, by the way, had been closed for a long time. It is operated by a private company. It has reopened the past few months, and it is being expanded to house about 1,000 beds, certainly a center of controversy in the sanctuary city and sanctuary state of New Jersey. Well, back to you.
All right, thank you for the latest, Eric. Excellent reporting. While we're listening to you, Eric, we see video on our screen, relatively tame video of what's happening, Eric. I would love to ask you a question because there's video circulating as well online that shows a much more physical confrontation. And I'm curious if you have any color on exactly what went down there. The mayor has been arrested, to your point. We see what looks like aggressive action outside the gates with a crowd around many of these elected members. And there is no doubt there's pushing, there's shoving. It is physical.
Well, emotions, Will, on this issue are running very high, especially in the dense northeast cities in which many illegal or undocumented migrants and immigrants live. So you have that element here who have been out protesting the policies of the Trump administration. So you have a mixture. You've got high emotions outside. You have the representatives trying to represent their constituents. They go inside. And Alina Habba told Fox News just in the last hour that Mayor Ras Baraka was asked multiple times to leave the facility, and he did not. That's why he was arrested. It's also important to note that he is part of the he's running for the Democratic nomination for governor. So some critics think politics may have a part in all this too.
Okay, thank you, Eric. I lost your audio there for a moment, but I think it was simply on my end. You're broadcasting, as always, excellently. Thank you so much, Eric.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.